Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to HAC. Welcome to the Rose Lehrman Performing Arts Center. We're glad you could make it here with us this afternoon. It's good to see almost a full house tonight here to celebrate the graduation of Pennsylvania's 15 newest firefighters who are sitting before you. The class is the 51st HAC Fire Academy, and they're made up of recruits from the city of Harrisburg, city of Altoona, and the borough of Chambersburg. And sitting in front of you are recruits today, firefighters this afternoon, and in 10 years, the future leaders of the fire service. They come to us with open minds, fresh faces, fresh attitudes. We started this class the end of March, one of the coldest winters we've experienced. The second day we did our mile-and-a-half run. It was 19 degrees that morning, and I think it's lovely that we're finishing on a warm summer day in the afternoon. So it's been a long spring for these recruits who are sitting in front of you. We've been here 14 weeks. They have PT'd almost every morning. They've taken a written exam almost every day. They've learned new skills, and they practice them every afternoon, rain, snow, or shine, without any complaints, without any balking, without any concerns. They've met every objective that we put in front of them. They wrestled the 165-pound dummy, and they won numerous times. And successfully along the way, they've obtained all the certifications needed to graduate tonight and be firefighters to the national credentialing level. They've obtained their Firefighter 1, their Firefighter 2, their hazmat certifications, their vehicle rescue certifications. And just this week, we just finished up the last module, which was quite a ride for all of us in a learning experience. This is the first class to graduate obtaining their National Registry EMT Basic. So it was a learning experience for all of us. I just got an email this morning. They took their practical exam last Saturday to do their EMS skills, and we just got an email back this morning from the local EMS Federation saying how pleased they were and happy they were to get the chance, the opportunity to see recruits come through a practical exam that were so well prepared, organized, and respectful. And they wish that all of future candidates came through from all of the exams across the state as well prepared and organized as they were. So they deserve a special round of applause for the great job Saturday. It's clear these men all made a choice, a positive choice to pursue this career, and they are excited to be a part of the fire service. I've told all the fire chiefs on more than one occasion that they are a breath of fresh air for the communities they are going to serve. And I mean that, they really are. When they sit there, they're not smiling today, but just about every day they're with us. They had a smile on their face, a positive attitude. They're open-minded, they're open for change, and they're ready for their future. Today's graduation is not just the end of their fire academy experience, but what it really is the beginning, the opening of a career. They're going to kick off their careers today. What lies in front of them are more choices, more opportunity, and more ways for them to do great things when they leave us here and go back into their municipalities to help the community. This is Pennsylvania's 15 newest firefighters, and they all have proven they have the ability to rise to any challenge, to make an impact to their family, their friends, their colleagues, and most importantly, the communities that they're going to serve. They should be applauded for their choice to join the fire service and the poise and the style they've displayed to get here this afternoon. Congratulations. For the past 25 years, HAC has been privileged enough to be offering a recruit fire training academy to the fire departments of Pennsylvania, and we are honored to just be a small part of enhancing the public safety of the communities that we are in. We have a long, rich tradition of helping great firefighters like the ones you see in front of you get their start in the fire service. I'm happy to see so many of the past recruits have come back with us today. Thank you for coming. Many of the early recruits in early classes have since retired. Many of them come back and teach. Many of the recruits in the middle classes are now the officers of their respective fire departments. And a special shout out to Chief Enterline, who's sitting with us in the front row today from the city of Harrisburg, who is a graduate of the 22nd class, who is 22nd Academy, who's now serving as the chief for the city of Harrisburg. And he will tell you the 22nd graduating class was the best so far. But this one gives your class a run for the money, and they may dispute that claim a little bit. Chief Tefano from the city of Altoona, who couldn't make it with us tonight, is a graduate of the 20th class. So we have a couple of folks that have recently been promoted to officers who are also recruits here with us tonight. Recognize this is our 25th year of offering recruit classes. I saw it fitting to bring back a face in the past, someone who was instrumental in helping form the Hack Fire Academy and coordinate many of the early Hack Fire Academies. Since he has left the college, he has gone on to serve many roles in the fire service and now serves as the current administrator for the Pennsylvania State Fire Academy, which has oversight of fire training statewide across Pennsylvania. I am pleased to welcome back to Hack, back to the Hack Fire Academy, to share some remarks with us this afternoon, Mr. George Stapleton.
Well, good afternoon, distinguished guests, family, and friends. It's quite an honor to be here. And on behalf of the State Fire Commissioner, Edward Mann, and the staff of the State Fire Academy, I want to congratulate the cadets here, the firefighters that are now graduates of the 51st Harrisburg Area Community College Fire Academy. As Perry said, this is a special honor for me. In 1988, I was hired as the first fire training coordinator at Harrisburg Area Community College. They had built a brand new facility the year before. I see Chief Cray here and some other people that were involved in the early days. And they hired me and they said, you have a brand new facility, you have no curriculum, no programs, no apparatus, and no equipment. What are you going to do with this thing? So I came up with this idea that there was no fire department training program other than Philadelphia or Pittsburgh where a career firefighter or a commendation department could send a firefighter to a dedicated fire academy and be trained and sent back as a competent and certified firefighter. So anybody that would listen, I pitched the idea, and in 1989, the first non-affiliated fire academy was run here at Hack at the campus here. And so I'm very, very proud to be part of this legacy of coming back here to be part of this graduation, because it was 25 years ago that we actually started the academy. In fact, I didn't even have an office at the training center when we first started the academy. We started here on main campus. It wasn't until the third Hack Fire Academy that we actually moved to the training center, and they actually started buying me equipment and apparatus, and then they built North Hall. And what you see today in front of you is the legacy of that initial thing. So I'm just extremely proud and excited to be here and to share this graduation with you, but also it's a special occasion for me. So thank you for the invitation. I really do appreciate it. My vision in 1989 was basically to develop an academy that would basically strive to do three things. I wanted the cadets or the firefighters coming out of the academy to have the desire to serve others instead of just for themselves, the ability to perform, to make sure that they were competent firefighters, and the courage to act. And I always said that using the training that you learned in the fire academy would always give you the courage to act, because courage is nothing new to the fire service. In 1908, the chief of the fire department of New York, Chief Edward F. Crocker, said, "Firefighting is a hazardous occupation. It is dangerous on the face of it, tackling a burning building. The risks are plain. Consequently, when you become a fireman, the act of bravery has already been accomplished." So, as I said, it's an honor here to be here with you today to celebrate this accomplishment, to see the courage that these young men have stepped up to join the fire service. And I said to Perry, what is the message that you want me to share with the cadets today? What do you want them to partake? And he asked me to share something about where my vision is, the State Fire Academy, and where we're going to go from here. So I said I would do that. So in the next 2.5 hours, I'm going to give you my vision. Why are you laughing? They have probably been PowerPointed to death, yes? If I put a PowerPoint up right now, they would probably throw me off the stage. I'm going to make this short and sweet. But I am going to talk a little bit about the history of the fire service, because we need to know where we came from before we know where we're going. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the Philadelphia Fire Company that was organized in 1736 by Benjamin Franklin. And we talk about the history of the fire service. But did you also know that Benjamin Franklin was not only a founding father of our country, but he was also a scientist, he was a beer lover, and by most accounts, Ben Franklin was also quite a ladies' man. Well, if you've seen a picture of Ben Franklin, that may surprise you, but it doesn't surprise me. You know why? Because he was a firefighter. So you're joining the ranks of very good company. Founding fathers like Sam Adams, not the beer, the founding father. John Hancock, Paul Revere, George Washington, all served their country as firefighters. You're now following in the footsteps of the legacies of your mentors in your career departments that you're now going back to, that pioneered where you stand today. You're joining a proud tradition and what we like to call a brotherhood of firefighters to provide you the opportunity to work in the best job in the world. And why is it called a brotherhood? Well, you don't get to choose your brothers and sisters. We may not always like our brothers and sisters. We may often have knockdown, drag-out fights with them, but we all learn to live with our brothers and sisters, get along with them, and despite our differences, and because of those differences, we grow to love them, and we would lay our life down for them without a second thought. That is what's referred to as a brotherhood. That is why we refer to each other as our brother and sister, and not friends. We choose our friends, not our brothers or sisters. So now each of you from this day forward is now my brother in the fire service. What I like to call my fire service brother from another mother. So now that we're all family, you have to listen to me. So listen up, brothers. You may have heard the saying, the fire service has 200 years of tradition, uninterrupted or unimpeded by progress. Well, those days are over. In today's fire service, tradition, desire, and courage are not enough. Today's fire service needs a thinking, educated, and disciplined firefighter. So as I welcome you to the world of organized firefighting, my message to you is very clear. You must be that thinking firefighter, that disciplined firefighter. And I challenge each of you to become a progressive, lifelong fire service learner. Next year will be my 40th year in the fire service. I joined as a junior firefighter in a small fire department in Cumberland County. And every day I learn in my job and what I do, trying to make myself better at what I do, so I can share that with others. The fire service you are joining today is experiencing an unprecedented round of technology impacted by the changing roles of firefighters as first responders for EMS, home design, building construction, modern contents, and their potential impacts on occupants and firefighter safety. It's not enough anymore to be reactive, to just put the wet stuff on the red stuff. You must be proactive as firefighters. You must understand the research of the fire formula of modern homes, how structural stability of engineered lumber impacts your job, your exposure to smoke particulates, the impact both positive and negative pressure ventilation has on fire behavior, and the newly crafted techniques now being presented for fire attack. You must understand hazardous materials, vehicle rescue, patient care, and something I call hometown security instead of homeland security, because we have to protect our hometowns. Research is proving that fire dynamics is shrinking our traditional operational timeframes and is now impacting our fundamental beliefs in firefighting tactics, education, and training. And we need to embrace that research. Research isn't new to the fire service. It's been decades, though, since we've had this type of challenge to the long-held tenets of firefighting and the fundamental dismantling of our traditional firefighting tactics and strategy that has such a dramatic impact on how we talk about and how we operate every day on the street. So I'm going to ask each of you here today to become a student of this research. Learn and understand the limitations of your personal protective equipment. Learn how fire relates to fuel and ventilation-controlled fires. Understand what wind-driven fire conditions are like, how to use fire curtains, how to control flow paths, how to perform new size-up techniques, rethinking the concepts of pushing fire, relearning the fire growth curve, understand the hazards of unidirectional and bidirectional ventilation, new methods for transitional fire attack, new concepts of attacking basement and attic fires, controlling protective systems. This, and I could go on and on and on. Why do we need to embrace the science? Because research is showing us newer and safer ways to protect ourselves and the public. We need to improve our tactics and our situational awareness so the fundamental rule of firefighting remains true each and every day. Everybody goes home. I told you I'm a student of the fire service, but I'm also a student of history, and I love World War II. In fact, I do reenacting as a leg infantry soldier in World War II. And we do the reenacting of my grandfather's unit, who was the 29th Infantry Division, 115th Regiment, that landed on D-Day on Normandy, France, just 70 years ago this month. And one of my favorite movies is the movie Saving Private Ryan. I hope you've seen it. If you haven't, please go see it. Because at the start of the movie is the actual D-Day assault on the beaches of Normandy. And I'm fascinated by the courage of those young men who charged off those landing craft and scrambled up that beach under a hail of fire. But one thing you may not know about all those soldiers that charged the beach at Normandy, they were green, untested soldiers. They had never been in battle. They had been in England for years training and practicing the assaults on the beaches, but they had never been in combat. So what drove them to run up those beaches? Their training drove them to run up those beaches. That's what gave them the courage to do that. These 15 people here share that same analogy to those young soldiers. You are now some of the best trained, well-practiced firefighters that we have. You've accepted the job, so you've shown that you have the courage, but you are untested. When you charge off your assigned apparatus, whether it be the engine, the truck, the rescue, and deploy the weapons of your trade, you need to do what you have been taught to do, been trained to do, and practiced to do, and be that thinking firefighter that always comes home. One of my favorite lines from the end of that movie is when Captain Miller is on the bridge and he's talking to Private Ryan and he says, "Earn this." My challenge to each of you today is earn this. This is an extraordinary opportunity you have been given to be the best trained firefighter you can possibly be. Today we honor each of you, the 15 who are now graduating from the Hack Fire Academy, that now allows you to move forward as a career firefighter to take on the challenges of being a modern-day firefighter. For the past 14 weeks, you have trained hard in the classroom and on the drill grounds. More than 500 hours of hard work have gone towards learning how to respond to emergencies, extinguish fires, contain hazardous materials, and most importantly, save lives. The classroom work challenged your mind, while the skills training was physically demanding. It wasn't easy, but neither is this job. You have received excellent training, but your training and education must not stop here. You are at the beginning of your careers, and I challenge each of you not to stop learning. Validate what you are being taught, pass that information forward, your knowledge and skills, and be a lifelong learner. When you leave here today to begin serving on the front lines of your communities as a firefighter in Harrisburg, Altoona, and Chambersburg, men and women, boys and girls, and maybe even the occasional pet, will look up at you as a hero. Earn this. Make us proud. Take care of each other. Be the best you can every day. And most importantly, come home safe. To the entire Hack Fire Academy staff, the team, the instructors, to Perry, thank you for the invitation to speak here today. Congratulations on another successful academy, and keep up the good work. To the firefighters graduating today, congratulations on your successful completion of the Hack Fire Academy. May God bless and protect you. And thank you for the vital contributions you're about to make to the citizens of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, George. Fantastic. And we're so thankful to have you here, and we're so thankful for the groundwork you laid for us and for future firefighters of Pennsylvania. Next up to speak to us is the class president. Every recruit class chooses a class president. We never asked how they make this choice. But this time, as always, they made a fantastic choice and an individual that came to us in the class and has shown true leadership from the first week of the class up until the last week of the class, and keeping the class organized together. All I need to do is give a glance his way. He tended to read my mind. He knew what I needed. He kept the class organized, effective, professional, every step of the way. I'm very thankful to have Cadet Brian Riddle as our class president.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, chiefs, honored guests, mothers, fathers, wives, girlfriends, friends, fellow firemen, good afternoon and welcome to the graduation of the 51st Fire Academy. Chief Croker once said, "When a man becomes a fireman, his greatest act of bravery has already been accomplished." And today, we have finally reached that goal. We have many great standards to live up to. However, all of us are ready to take on the challenge. Over the past 14 weeks, we've learned only the basics of what our daily lives will soon be consumed with. It took countless hours of studying, gallons of water drank, and a short time of sacrifice of valuable time with our family and friends. But today, all the steps on the hose tower, the many miles of hose, have made us better people and prepared us for what will come. See, I believe that firefighting isn't just a job, it's a way of life, a brotherhood, and a strong bond that will forever be forged into our hearts. The men sitting with me on this stage have become my family. Over the past 14 weeks, we've struggled together, surely laughed together, learned together, and now we have all succeeded together. Our motto through the Academy has been one team, one fight. And although we come from different backgrounds and walks of life, we all needed each other to complete the mission. They always say, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Well, let me tell you, our chain is strong. I have no doubt that the men sitting with me when the first call comes in and the siren blows are going to jump into action and execute the task at hand without hesitation. No matter what the circumstances are, but only the fact that somewhere, someone is in need of help, and we are willing to give that to them. That's what it's all about. As a fireman, you show up in times of chaos when all seems lost and things are not looking up, and you provide a service to someone you don't know and restore a bit of hope that that person needs to continue on. It's not about how many fires you've been to, how many rescues you've made, but rather the impact you have made in the person's life that will live on long after you're gone. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "The man who really counts in this world is the doer, not the mere critic, the man who actually does the work, even if roughly or imperfectly, not the man who talks and writes about how it ought to be done." So I say to my classmates, men, be the doers in life. Take pride in your department. Have faith in your leaders. Trust the man to your left and right. And continue to learn, expand your knowledge. And most importantly, remain humble so that one day we can pass it on to others. And don't ever forget where you came from. I would also like to take this time to thank a few people. First and foremost, to our families. As I stated earlier, a short sacrifice has been made. We have lost some time together, but I want you to know that without your support and understanding love over the past 14 weeks, our goal could not have been accomplished. So we thank you for your patience and unwavering love you have shown us all. To our instructors, you have taken truck drivers, carpenters, service members, and mechanics, just to name a few, and turned us into the basic firemen. For the knowledge and skills you have passed on to us, we cannot thank you enough. You've also spent countless hours away from your family and late nights spent on the training ground and giving it all you have to us to prepare us for our career, and for that, we will always be thankful. But last but not least, we would like to take the time to thank the departments in which we were hired. Harrisburg City, Altoona, and Chambersburg Fire Department, thank you for giving us the opportunity to work for the people that live in these areas and making our dreams come true. To the chiefs, today, you're getting a group of committed men that will no doubt hold up to the standard of being a fireman. and will be a great asset to your department. I would like to wish all of you and all the men on this stage to have a long and successful career, and as always, stay low and see you on the next big one. At this time, we're going to present the class gift and also the class plaque to Mr. Parrott.
It's customary that every class presents the college with a class plaque, and all the plaques in the past classes, all 50 of them, which we've run out of room in the classroom, and we're now ready to go down the hallway. So each class comes up on their own, puts together, pays for, and presents a plaque to hang on the wall to remind future classes of the time they've spent while they were here.
Have the honors.
Will we help you untie it? This is a surprise to everyone, so. Nice. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm going to put this over here without breaking.
A special thanks to Bob Sharby and for putting this together. It looks excellent. Couldn't be more happy. And there's no more tools falling out all over the place at the hydrant and being lost on the street. So there you are, Mr. Parrish.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The class also presented us with a gift. These are hydrant bags. We carry one on each engine to carry equipment in them. The two that we have been used almost daily for the past 14 weeks, and they are ripped to shreds. So these will get a lot of work for the 52nd Fire Academy, and there's a reminder on them who provided them every time they use them. So thank you very much for this.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a short presentation put together by John Wilburn, and right now we're going to show a short video for you all.
Good job! age? What's that? What you think is what's his age? Huh? Everybody, pass it out. Little bit.
I told you they battled the 165-pound dummy and they won, and they got their sweet revenge as well at the end. And a special thanks to the class for putting that together, and Cadet Will Byrne, who I think did some of the legwork on that. And it was a surprise to all the class members as well. This is the first time they saw it along with us. So thank you very much for doing that. I also need to take just a few moments to thank a lot of the people that helped make the class a success and get these folks started. All the staff in the office, Rick Lenker, Rick Orange, Ron Gibler, Randy Padfield, Andy and Amanda, who work tirelessly with us to help take care of the details. All the PT staff that come in every morning to help with PT on those cold mornings for an hour of their day. Matt Kunz, Bob Brackbill, Brian Youngkin, Zach Miller, and Ian McGregor, who came in to help us in the mornings. Mike Tonke, the rest of the Public Safety Center EMS staff that help coordinate the EMT program and make sure that goes smoothly and we're prepared as well as we can be for the national testing. And Carol and Angelo, who I think might be here tonight, who taught most of that program to make sure that all the details are taken care of. A thank you to them. And especially thank you to all the staff. Many of them are back with us tonight. They're adjunct instructors who come back to give their knowledge and their expertise back to the next generation of firefighters. They bring with them their experiences from the streets, from not just Pennsylvania, but beyond the region, to help the next future be safe, be productive, and for long careers. And thank you to the chiefs that trust us to train, to care, to mentor, and evaluate your future recruits. We know you have choices, and we're very privileged for the trust and the faith that you have in us for all of these years. So thank you very much for all of that. And to the cadets of the 51st Fire Academy, thank you from me. I am privileged, I am honored. Being with you every day is what enriches me and makes me want to come to work and be able to work with you and help you each and every day with your experience here. You've taken full advantage of your opportunities for the past 14 weeks, and I have no doubt that you're going to take full advantage of all the opportunities afforded to you in the next 25 years, and you'll be back here in the audience the next time I see you as the future officers of the fire service. I want to thank you very much for all the work you did, your kindness, your attitude, your professionalism while you were here. It was one of the great classes of our history, and I do mean that. I wouldn't say if it wasn't true. These guys will tell you. It was a pleasure being with you each and every day. So thank you very much. Good luck in your careers. I wish you a long, happy, healthy career in the fire service. Thank you. Which brings us to the moment of honor, the time that they have all been waiting for and you have all been waiting for, the time when we ceremoniously award them their diplomas and transition them from recruit to actual firefighter. I'll call them up each one by one and announce their name and give them their diploma. As I do that, I'll also announce 3 special commendations that we award throughout the Hack Fire Academy, which started with the very first one, and we continue today as well. We will announce a physical development award winner, which goes to the recruit that displayed the most poise and character and sometimes the longest way to go and who got there to meet their objectives in physical development. Our highest academic award winner, the cadet who had the cumulative highest grade point average of the class, not necessarily the smartest, but the one who displayed the best results through all the written exams that we've taken along the way, and an overall cadet award, the cadet who we feel displayed best the values of the fire service and the Hack Fire Academy while they were here. So without further ado, I am pleased to present graduating diploma from Harrisburg Bureau of Fire, firefighter Jeffrey Bully. Also from Harrisburg, firefighter Kyle Burton. Please smile. From Harrisburg as well, firefighter Michael Bruch. The next recipient is the recipient of our Physical Development Award. He came to us from the city of Altoona, and we ran that first mile and a half when it was 19 degrees. And it took a long time for us to get it done. Everybody else was cold, and I thought this might not go very well for us this spring. But I'm pleased to announce that he did everything it took. He was here every day. He stayed the extra hours. He did the extra work. He buckled down. And I'm pleased to present the Physical Development Award to, from the city of Altoona, firefighter Daniel Chestnut. Also from the city of Harrisburg, firefighter Justin Flanders. From the city of Harrisburg, firefighter Jeremiah Hoover. From the city of Harrisburg, firefighter Jamie Kleckner. From the city of Harrisburg, firefighter Nicholas Lindsay. From Chambersburg, firefighter Zachariah Neff. From the city of Harrisburg, firefighter Benjamin Page. Our class president, and a no-brainer for award winner of the Outstanding Recruit of the Class Award for his leadership, vision, and poise, firefighter Brian Riddle. From the city of Harrisburg, firefighter Christopher Simpson. We had a lot of very smart firefighters in this class, and there was a lot of wagering as to who was going to get the best scores on each and every test. And by a nose, by a point of a nose, our academic award winner, firefighter Brandon Trijar. Back for a second round. Hopefully this is all it took. From the city of Harrisburg this time, firefighter John Wilburn. Last but certainly not least, from the city of Harrisburg now, firefighter Michael Winsand. Hold up, 1 second. Bring it to attention for me, Captain. We can't let these guys go without a round of applause, and I'm pleased to present to you the 51st graduating class. Okay, Captain. Thank you very much for coming. We enjoyed having you here. Have a great and safe rest of the summer. Thank you very much.